This is Channels Television's Breaking News.
Hey, I'm talking.
Okay, my apologies, Miss Girl.
Miss who?
I'm
She's
sorry.
not a girl.
Be quiet. I have a question.
So today with us, we're honored to have back for a second time, amazing elite D1 athlete. This player right here truly lives up to her last name as best. She puts in a lot of hard work. She's definitely going to be the best by the time her college tenure is over. She dominated in her freshman season, earning Freshman of the Year honors, multiple time Freshman of the Week, Players of the Week. She is proof that hard work is definitely what it takes, determination and the right mindset to bring out be the best athlete you can be. Today we have with us the one, the only, Miss Zoe Beth. How you doing today?
Good. I've been just great, working out in the off season and just really trying to get ready for this next commitment. So
Yeah. I'm looking back at your season. Have you had a chance to let it sink in, like all the accomplishment that you had? I know you still got greater, further goals that you want to get, but have you had a chance to let the season sink in and what you did accomplish?
yeah, having all this free time, I mean, that's all you can really think about is the season. And obviously there's some, team goals you wish you would have met, like OVC champs, stuff like that. But just individually, I'm really proud of what I could have accomplished. And I'm just super, super, super grateful to have that opportunity to become Freshman of the Year this year. And I'm like the second in SEMO history. So that's super cool. And so, yeah, I'm just super, super proud of myself.
Yeah, and I remember when we had you on the before the season started, and that was one of your goals, and you have the faith to believe it. Even your teammates believe in you. How important was it to continue to have faith in yourself, in your ability during the ups and the downs during the season?
I think it's super important to have faith. I think just waking up every morning and just thanking God for the blessing that He gave me. I mean, I wouldn't be able to go out and hoop if it wasn't for God. And just waking up every morning, thanking Him, staying humble because He gave me this gift, and I don't want to waste it. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to really get the most out of it and be the best. So yeah.
Yeah. What challenges did you face this past season, and how did you overcome them?
Some challenges were just, facing a lot of adversity. We lost some players. We weren't winning. We just couldn't figure it out. We didn't know what was missing, what we needed to do, and things like that. So it was just it was hard, but just to stay focused, stay locked in, know that everything happens for a reason. Like even within the losses, we were learning things. We could continue to get better even though we were losing games, we weren't winning, because you can learn through losses just like you can learn when you win. So I feel like just making sure we stayed locked in and just continue to learn and continue to get better. I mean, that's all we could really do. And even though we didn't get the outcome every game that we wanted, we still learned a lot and we still got better. So, I mean, I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, and how was you able to continue to stay focused and allow the main thing to be the main thing, to make sure that you get better each practice, each moment, each game?
I think the biggest thing for me was just having that support, the team around me, the coaching staff around me that they just pour support into you. When other people believe in you, it's really hard not to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like when you have that support and you have those people around you, I mean, all you want to do is just be better for yourself and better for them too. And I just kept pushing myself. I had the support around me, my teammates that would get me in the gym. I would get them in the gym. Like just being around people that want to be better and you want them to be better and you want to be better. It's just a great overall atmosphere. And so I think that's what really helped.
Yeah, and like we spoke about the huge achievement winning Freshman of the Year. When did you know that you had won this award? Where were you at when they said you won? Did the coach tell you? And what was the first thought that came through your mind?
So actually, I was in my bed and my mom I was asleep. My mom was calling me. I had like 8 or 9 missed calls from my mom. And because I think the day before they had announced freshman of the week, and when I didn't get it, I was like, oh dang, like I might not be. And then I didn't know that today was the day that they were going to announce, freshman of the year. And so I was like, oh dang, I didn't get freshman of the week. I thought I did really good. I had a good last 2 games. I'm like, man, I might not be getting it, because I knew it was coming up, and I knew it was before the tournament, but I didn't know exactly when. And then I finally answered my mom's phone call, and I went on Instagram, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I was tagged in a bunch of stuff. I seen it everywhere. My mom, she called me crying. She's like, I'm so proud of you. So it was really great. It was a great overall experience, and just super, super proud of myself, and just hearing my mom say how proud she was of me and my dad and things like that. It was just a great overall day. So
Yeah. Shout out to your mom and dad. Shout out to your mom especially, because she kept me informed with a lot of different stuff during the weeks, during the times. And I know even as being an athlete is busy, you got games and practice and stuff like that. So I got to tell her I really am thankful to be blessed to be a part of your journey through her, because when I wasn't seeing stuff on your page, she would keep me in the loop and allow me to know what was going on as well. How important is family to you, and how did that help you this year?
I think family is so important. My mom, she's my biggest cheerleader. She has not missed a basketball game in my whole career from middle school to now. And just being able to say that, it means so much to me, because it just means how much unwavering support she gives me. It doesn't matter what she has going on. She's going to make my game. And just my brother, he's in college at University of Cincinnati. He couldn't be at all my games. The first game against Dayton, he showed up. He brought all his friends, and it was just a big student section for me. And it was so much fun. And he texts me after my games. He tells me how proud he is of me. He reposts all my stuff. My mom will call him, tell him about my new offers and stuff. Since I've been in the portal, he's like, oh my gosh, my sister just got an offer to all his friends. So it's really great. And my dad, all the games he can go to, he's there too. He drives my mom around, especially for the OVC, because all the games are super close and stuff. So, I just love my family is just my biggest support system, and I just love them so much.
Yeah. How do you think your game has grown since the beginning of the season?
I think I've improved a lot. I definitely think I've learned pace more, just style of play, things like that. Like when you're in college, the pace is so different, and to be able to change pace, go from 0 to 100 real quick is really super important, because when you have older, smarter veterans guarding you, you have to outthink them, and they've been doing this way longer than you have. So just being able to outsmart the D, make the right plays. I think I've definitely grown into a leader by the end of the season, because with some of the losses we had, different people had to step up, and just seeing that I could lead my team in the stat categories and things like that, I'm like, okay, I have some respect, you know what I mean? So if I try to talk to my teammates, get them going, they're going to listen, because they just respect me and I respect them. And it's just a mutual relationship. So.
Yeah. If you could describe this past season in one word, what would it be and why?
I would probably say bittersweet, just because even though I individually had a good season, it doesn't mean as much as if we would have got a championship and if we would have made a run in the tournament and things like that. So I just think it's super bittersweet. Like, I really wish we could have had more time and just more going for us, because when other people were playing, we were done. We were done after the conference, our last conference game. And so just being able to, prolong our season and just play and keep grinding and things like that, that would have been super nice. So, and even though, like I said, I got the individual honor of freshman of the year, which is great, it's just so bittersweet, because I wish we would have got more dubs throughout the season. I wish we would have got a championship and just made some history for real. So.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about you. You're selfless. Like, it's about team, even though you be putting on, even though you ball out in game. You like, I want my girls or I want my sisters to be with me winning. I want us all to, So I understand that as a player, but that's why, the next program, the next coach that gets you is going to have that already invested in you, because it's team first. It's team first, and that's what you need. What led to your decision into entering the transfer program?
I really think just wanting to challenge myself. I feel like it's every hooper's goal to go higher and play at the highest level, play against some of the best hoopers in the country. And SEMO was great. The community was great. The support was great. Coaching staff was great. Team was great. But I just feel like I want to go be challenged even more, like playing against the Texases, the Daytons, Arkansas, and still having good games. I'm like, okay, I can compete. You know what I mean? It's my freshman year. I feel like I have a lot of time. Even if I go somewhere, I need some more skill development, player development, things like that. I feel like I can definitely get to where I really want to be, and just being able to go and challenge myself even more, get better every day, and just see what my future holds is super exciting. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up about the Texas games, the Dayton games, and Arkansas games, because that was all one of the games that I seen. I'm like, she belongs on that stage. Y'all going to Texas. I'm talking about from the jump, you jump straight on them like and bust them in the mouth versus, your eyes wasn't big. You wasn't like, this moment is too big. You was ready. You came out. You was feeling good, jump shot. You was driving. Like, you impacted the game early. What was going through your mind pre-game, jump ball, until even when you scored your first basket?
It was really unreal, the whole thing, the traveling there, their locker room.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this all this is you right here? Okay. They don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. This is so nice. And look at this, girl.
Seeing the arena at shoot around. So just really locking in and being like, wow, you're really, like, we really made it. Like, and then having a coach that really believed in us, because like, we're playing Texas. Come on now. You know what I mean? And just for her to even sign up for something like that just proves like she believed in us no matter what. And so just having that in the back of our minds, like, okay, coach believes in us. Let's go out and let's do something. You know what I mean? And just being able to go out there and really show what I'm capable of against one of the highest level, the SEC. I mean, it was just a great overall feeling. And I'm just so blessed. I couldn't ask for anything better just to have that experience. So
Yeah. What qualities will you be looking for in your next school, your team, and your coach?
Next school, location is super big to me, and not necessarily to home, just like having stuff to do outside of basketball. I think I'm a city girl. So just, maybe having a big city and somewhere close I can, go shop, things like that. And then also with coaches, just having coaches and team environment, like a family environment, everybody gets along, good vibes, high energy, and just overall good vibes. So.
Yeah. And how are you approaching this mentally and emotionally? And then after you say that, give other people words of encouragement on how they should take their approach with dealing with this, or if they might have to.
Mentally and emotionally, it's been super like hectic, kind of up and down like a roller coaster. My mom, like I said, my mom, she's my biggest support system. So she's been there helping me, keeping everything together and organized throughout this whole process, all my schools, my visits, all that. So she's been my biggest emotional help throughout this whole process. And then just trying to take all this in, like going into the portal and getting all these opportunities. I couldn't have asked for anything better. You know what I mean? And then just to people thinking about entering the portal, I mean, don't be scared, because if it's meant to be, it will be, and God has a plan for everybody. So if you enter it, wherever you end up, whatever you decide to do, it's going to be the right decision for you. And even if it doesn't look right, I mean, everything turns out how it's supposed to be. So I just feel like just taking that risk, because higher risk is higher reward. And so I feel like that's what I'm just kind of looking for. And I kind of got that when I transferred from Ohio to St. Louis. I took a high risk and I got an even higher reward, getting the opportunity to play at the next level and things like that. So I just feel like just take that risk, and God has a plan. So
yeah, Ohio still loves you too. From the Midwest, Zoe, I told you we had a connection.
Yep.
So, two things. Like I was saying, and what I know my prayers as far as for you anyway, but the favor of God gonna be on you wherever, and you got that family, you got that support, you got people praying for you. If 2 or 3 are gathered, God is definitely there in the midst, with you. So he's gonna be there for you. He's gonna give you the different favor with the opportunities. How has this experience helped you shape your outlook on the business side of college basketball? Because it's 2 things I wanted to touch on, and hopefully, this is possible coming up. An NIL as far as with clothing, with modeling, because you got fashion sense, you got great taste, and even with your hair, shout out to your braider, because he gets you together. Like, and I can see other little kids like, hey, I want the Zoe best braids. You know what I'm saying? So even that aspect's coming. How has this approach changed your thoughts to thinking about even the business side of it?
Definitely like just walking around now, people are like, you model. I'm thinking, man, should I? And then with the portal and stuff, at the higher level, they have money, they have resources, things like that. So just getting the opportunity to even hear about the NIL opportunities that are out there and, what I could be earning and things like that is just crazy. It's so unreal. And I never thought that I would have that opportunity. And then, like you said, like just getting into, I really want to get into like modeling, things like that, like signing with clothing brands, like you said. I'm an ambassador for a couple of little brands, some athletic wear, things like that, but just really expanding it and, taking it to another level, because as an athlete, you do have a influence on people and things like that. And so I really just can't wait for what the future holds and my NIL opportunities and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, your jersey number 0. Where did that come from? What's the story behind that? And is that going to play an impact on the school you go to? Is you trying to think about a plan B? I know you don't want to think about one, but like, how's all that with the number? Where did it come from? And what's your thoughts in the next team?
So actually, my number has always been 3. I started off 33 when I was younger. Then I moved to just 3 in high school, and then for my last year AAU, 3. There was 2 of us on the team. We wanted 3, and the other girl got it. So I was like, okay, what number? I like small numbers, so I just went for 0. I don't know what intrigued me, but I just went for 0. And then after my AAU season, 0 is what got me the offers, get into the recruitment process, things like that. Like, so I just feel like 0 got me to where I am. So I just stuck with it when I got to college. And so far, so good. So, I mean, 0, I think 0 is going to stick.
Yeah, and you can even put that in your signature with your O in your name to that 0. Who are some of your favorite athletes to wear number 0?
I got to go with Tatum. Jason Tatum. He's a St. Louis hero. I mean, he's a hooper. And then Jackie Young from the Aces. I mean, I just love her game. I think she's such a dynamic guard, combo guard. She can get to her spots and get her own buckets. So I think those 2 are definitely my favorite.
Yeah. And have there been any specific quotes, scriptures, or things that's been helping you during this transition?
Definitely God is with her. She won't fall. I think that I really live by that because, like I said, like if I wake up every morning and I thank him, I wouldn't be where I am without him and all the blessings he's given me. And, just to keep him close to me and keep him in my every step of the way. I mean, I think that's really what's been helping me and what's really gonna get me to where I want to be. Because, like I said, like he has a plan for everyone. Everything that happens is for a reason, and so I think that's really what keeps me going. Because as long as I have him by my side, I won't fall. I'm gonna keep going. So.
Yeah. And you're excel on the court and in the classroom as well. How do you stay focused on long-term goals, education, even going through uncertain moments like this?
I think with the long-term goals, you got to set like short-term goals too, just to get there. Like with my long-term goal of freshman of the year, every week, you gotta do good. So I just set little goals like get freshman of the week, things like that. So I think just setting small short-term goals to get to your big goal really helps and stays focused on like, the little things that really matter. And I just feel like just staying focused, staying locked in. With the classroom, things like that. Like when we go on trips, we have study hall. You don't really get to miss. Like it's not like you don't have class, but you still have school. So just to be able to stay focused and like I said, have that support around you. Our coaches did a great job scheduling time so we could do our work. You don't really have a chance to get behind unless you let yourself. So like I said, just staying focused, locked in, and it's student athletes. So school comes first, and coaches know that. The program knew that. So I mean, without the school, you can't be eligible to play basketball anyway. So, I mean, you really got to stay locked. And then obviously outside of basketball, you have a future, the WNBA, the pros, whatever it is. And then also your career, your major, things like that. So everything's super important.
Yeah. And before we close it out, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You either pick one, the other, or both.
Okay.
Shooting threes or driving to the basket?
Both.
Early morning workouts or late night gym sessions?
Early morning.
Home game or away games?
Home games.
What was your favorite colorway jersey this season? Because y'all had some heat.
I think the pink was, even though we didn't win in the pink, we won in the blue. The blue was a good luck because we got a dub against a team we weren't supposed to beat. And so, but I definitely think the pink, I mean, they said we had the hardest pink jerseys of the year. So
yeah. Buzzer beater or a game-winning assist?
Buzzer beater.
Fast break on offense or lockdown on defense?
Lockdown D.
Playing in a packed gym or an intimate loud gym?
Pack gym.
Watching film or working on skills in the gym?
Working on skills in the gym.
Would you rather win a championship as a star player or make a deep playoff run and be a legendary team?
Both.
What was your pregame hype song this year that got you going, that got you in your mode?
Towards the end, By Myself by Lil Baby and Rod Wave. I know it's a little slow, but just on the bus ride to the game and stuff, just to lock in, get some slow tunes in my ears, things like that. And then once I got to the locker room, I started off with some Rob 49, some Glorilla. So yeah.
If you could have dinner with any athlete, past or present, who would it be?
Rakia Jackson.
Yeah, she dope.
Yeah.
If you wasn't playing basketball, what other sport would you be playing?
Probably volleyball. I think that sport, it just looks so fun. Even though I was really good at soccer, but soccer I just like at the next level. That's a lot of running. I suppose a lot of running, but soccer. So I probably pick volleyball.
What's one food you could eat every day and never get tired of it?
Pizza.
What's a perfect pizza for Zoe?
Perfect pizza, pepperoni. I'm not too picky. I'm pretty picky, but I'm not too picky. Like, I think I'm pretty simple. So
Yeah. What's your dream travel destination?
Jamaica, and I hope I can go this summer. Me and my mom, we've been talking about it. So
I'm gonna throw some hints in there, Mom. She wanna go to Jamaica. That'll
Yeah.
help her get her season started off good.
Right.
We're Jamaica now, son.
Yep.
What's your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yep.
What's the best advice a coach have ever given you?
Honestly, my head high school coach told me to stay at SEMO when the coaching change was going through, things like that. I feel like he was like, Zoe, just stay. He said, I think it's all going to work out, things like that. And SEMO was a great first year school for me, and I'm really glad I listened. So that was some of the best advice, because honestly, I think I was going to try to, enter the portal before the season and just go see where else, just because, something like that is just so drastic, and you just don't know what the future holds. But I'm so glad I decided to stay. I'm so glad I chose SEMO. And yeah, that's some of the best advice I think I've got recently. So
Yeah. If you had to describe yourself using 3 words, what would it be?
outgoing, funny, and athletic. Because I feel like I could go out there and play any sport really, but
And you versatile on the court with position, so you're a matchup problem. You bigger when the point guards hold you. You faster when you on the wing, the 2s and the 3s, and you can get your shot too. So, and you get out there and you get in with the big bodies too. I have seen you in there.
Yep.
I just don't like when they be hammering you and elbowing you. Like, come on, man.
man, call it foul.
Right. What's your favorite sneaker to hoop in?
Ooh, definitely LeBron's. But obviously this season, we were Under Armour. I had to do the Currys. I ain't really messed with them, but definitely, like, just growing up, I started off with KD's, and then once LeBron, I don't know, I just love the LeBron 20s. Those are my favorite. I can't lie. And Kobe's too. I have me a couple pair of Kobe's, but I think LeBron's for sure.
Yeah. If you could play 1-on-1 against any WNBA player or NBA player, who would it be?
Caitlin Clark, because she was such a problem in the college. Like, nobody could guard her. I want to go see what I mean. What it's about. I think I can guard her on 3-point line.
Yeah. What's your go-to 3-point celebration?
Zoe back,
Hold them up.
All right. Last question, where do you see yourself in a year from now, both on and off the court?
A year from now, I see myself at my new school. I don't know where it is yet exactly, but just thriving, succeeding, setting goals for myself. My next goal is probably going to be make the conference team at whatever school I go to, whatever conference that is. And off the court, just living life and enjoying, making wherever I choose my new home, making the most of all my opportunities, and just, staying grounded, staying focused, staying locked in, and just continuing to get better and grow as a person and as a player. So
Yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely gonna make it my business to try to get to see you next year at your new destination. So, I can be there up front and close, get content and just to get to see you play in person, and I know God is definitely gonna be with you. We thank you, we supporting you, we praying, we got a favor that, the next destination be the right destination. Because God know what he wants for you and what he has for you. So Zoe, don't be fearful, don't be scared. God is with you. If God is for you, who could be against you? I'm gonna be here supporting you. Anything you need, anything I can help with on my end, I'm here for you. So we just thank you for this.
I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you having me on today. These are my favorite. I love the questions. I love just talking about everything. So I really appreciate it.
Yep. And hey, we're gonna be here until you get to the league.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only freshman of the year, the amazing, the elite, the model. Very best. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right. Tell your mom I said hey too.
I will.
All right.
Walking in my purpose.